we saw you at Pangos. You have a kid on your team, 6'9". I believe it's a sophomore. We didn't get the opportunity to beat him from Texas.
Zyier, Beverly, 6'8 and a half, 6'9". Originally from here, originally from Lancaster, California. His mom had a baby and moved to Minnesota. And then she family moved to Texas. He was in a prep school in Florida, and I helped another young man, his cousin's, his auntie's husband, son helped him. He called me and asked me, can I help his nephew? And I said, yeah. So he brought him out here, and Zyier is special. 2.5 years of basketball. 2.5 years of basketball. So far, we advanced him 1.5 years up already, based on the things we've been showing him, teaching him, and pushing him when he got invited to Dino's Pangos All-American, which is hard to get in. He was the only 2-star person in there. And one of the Nike reps, who's now is a scout for the New York Knicks, he saw me and said, Rocc, what you doing here? I said, I got a kid, What number is he? 75. He opened up his book, had him circled. He had him circled. He said, damn, Rocc, highly athletic, very intriguing, nice shot on the raw side. We're going to be following him, Rocc. And that's all I heard through the whole camp. He has a chance. And that's Zyier Beverly. He goes to Washington High right now.
Listen to a lot of interviews of yours. Oaks Park. Seems like it's a special place to a lot of pros, a lot of good basketball players, I should say. I'm not sure.
Jeff Chapin, good baseball players. Right. A lot of Lorenzo Lomar grew up in Oaks Park. Right. He was a pitcher. Right. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of baseball players came out of Oaks Park. Jeff Chapin came out of Oaks Park. A few other players, but
it's just real. I'm sorry, I mean to cut your wisdom, but from the stories I was heard, it sounds real family.
Now I'm going to show you now. Oaks Park to me is everything to me. It's my family. Everybody who grew up in that area in Oaks Park, I was born in Arizona. I was raised in Compton and Long Beach. But my roots are Oaks Park. And I ran away, and another family lived in Oaks Park said, come live with me. But don't let your grandma know. Your grandma, Miss Kitchen, is mean. And we looked out for each other. They'd rather see me come stay with them and take a chance of my grandmother being mad at them than rather than see me randomly run the streets. And again, even dealing with Oaks Park and dealing with running away and dealing with jail, I chose that lifestyle. I had 3 square meals and a snack. My mom took care of 8 of us, 4 boys, 4 girls. She had 6 of us back to back. She had my oldest sister at 15, my other sister at 16, and me at 17, then my brother at 18. And we had 3 square meals and a snack. We didn't need for nothing, man. But the way she handled us when we do something wrong, when I got in fights at school, I get swats at school when they allow people to swat us back there, and I get a beat down with a stitching cord. And that's just how my mom was. And I grabbed a stitching cord one day and told her she would never hit me again. Then I went to my grandma. Then when my grandmother's house, she like, well, if you're gonna stay here, you gotta do these chores. Help cook, help do all this stuff. And I got like 4 grown aunties, uncles still live there. Well, I'm gonna help them, they grown. So I chose the streets. The last time my mom came and got me out of jail, it was 2 in the morning. I was 11 years old. I looked left, I looked right, and the warm car was in front of me. I took off and slept on a park roof that day. And I understood then that I would do whatever I can to survive. And because of that, I ended up going to boys' homes. I ended up going to group homes. And one of the last group homes I went to, I was 12. You had kids from 12 years old to 19. And I ended up getting in fights. Everybody my age, won 90% of them. So the 14, 15, 16-year-olds wanted to fight me. Won half of them. Then the older dudes talking about abusing me physically. And I didn't take kindly to that. So this facility I was at had a wood shop, metal shop, and I made a pipe, drilled a hole, and wrapped the shoestring around there. And I told them 4 guys, y'all come anywhere near me, I'm gonna handle you. And they came near me. and I put them in a coma. So they gave me life in youth authority, CYA, junior prison. And that's why I went to jail. You know what I mean? But going to jail and people not understanding the choices, I had no choice to protect myself, and I did. But when you go to jail and you think, okay, everybody gang member, everybody this, everybody that, and you go there and all of a sudden, you know, where you from? From Compton, I'm from Eastside Oaks Park, businessman. They said, well, ain't nobody here from Oaks Park, homie. I didn't care. But when they challenged me, I felt some kind of way. To a point, I just told myself that I'm not going to adhere to nobody. I'm not going to adhere to nobody. I'm going to be my own man, my own boss, my own everything. And the only way I knew I could successfully get away with that, I had to become the most brutalest person that ever lived in them institutions. And I became that. Boy, I ended up doing 3.5 years youth authority, 3.5 years state prison. I did 7 straight. I got out in 81 and went back in 81. And they arrested me for 2nd degree murder, attempted murder, and strong arm robbery. I beat the 2nd degree murder, I beat the attempted murder. But I beat the 2nd degree murder, I beat the robbery because I didn't try to rob nothing. All I knew was there was a Klan member in there, a white dude in there who jumped on me and some other dudes a week before and told about niggas get out. And I knew where he worked at. And that's what they found me guilty for, shooting him in the head. And he lived. But again, I had choices. I had the opportunity to make the right choices, but I didn't. So I ended up going back to jail. And they gave me 33 years. When I beat the 2nd degree murder and I beat the robbery, it went down to 19. I ended up doing 12 straight, and I got out. When I got out in 1992, like I said, Jim Brown was bringing all these Crips and Bloods together. And I felt that if he didn't have me, he didn't have no gang members. So I took 60 members up to his house. And everybody in that room looked at me and looked at Jim. You get him, you got the streets. Jim asked me, was I a bitch, was I a man? I said, who the fuck you talking to? Are you a bitch or you a man? What man do? Man use this. And I never left his side since 1992. I never seen the inside of a jail cell since 1992. And change, people think change is so easy, but it's not. Change is always ongoing. In changing my life in 1994, I got shot down 11 times because I'm trying to help young people make a difference in their life. And guys who needed them young people to sell their dope and do A to Z, they didn't like what I was doing of saving lives. So I got ambushed and shot 11 times at one time. Change is not easy because in 1998, my oldest daughter, she was 16 years old when she got her head blown off. Lifestyle lived all my life, she got her head blown off. And she got killed on my birthday. The only thing I really celebrate, because I was told I wouldn't live to be 16. So when you ask what drives me, what gives me the passion and will to continue helping these young people, these examples, what I showed you of my bad choices. I don't regret nothing because I feel I had to go through what I went through to be the man I am today. I will always be known as Coach Rocc. Not Rockhead Johnson, not the gang member, but as Coach Rocc. Because the passion, the love, and the things I've been doing for these youth today, I'm going to always do. And we deal with more than just basketball. We teach life skills in my basketball program. We prepare the young men beyond basketball in case they don't make it. And that's what it's about. And I put my program up against any program. I may not have 20 teams, 15 teams. I'm always having 1 or 2 or 3 teams, but I do just as much as work as anybody in this business. And there's not too many programs, sponsored or not, can match up how and when I get these kids to college. And most college coaches who know me, they tell my kids, if you could be coached by Rocc, you could play for Rocc, you could play for any coach college in the country. And I deal personally with over 200 Division I college coaches. Very rarely I send kids to JUCOs. I refuse to send kids to JUCOs because at the end of the day at junior college, 80% of the kids go to junior college don't advance unless they have a sponsor following them and walking them through. You have over 970-something scholarships every year. 970-something. You got over 25,000 seniors fighting over them spots. But out of that 900, the prep school kid, the ranked top 150 is gone. Top 150 is gone. Junior college kids gone. So by the time it trickled down, you got 25,000 kids fighting for maybe 200 spots. But now you got this portal. Oh my God, 2,400 I think this year in the portal, 1,900 last year, 900 year before last. It's destroying. The system was harder and harder to get our young people an opportunity to excel at the highest level. And it's getting harder for us, but I'm still making it happen.